Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. This is the 10th official episode of the Hangxious podcast. My name is Guru Merpy, and this is my podcast host, Hari Karina. Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Take a big gulp out of your Powerade.
It's sugar-free.
No one needed to know that. On today's episode of the Hangxious podcast, I won't deny it's been a pretty hard week for me. So pull up a seat, grab a snack, and let's just take a big deep breath together. On the count of 3.
Hey, let's hold hands.
Inhale. Exhale.
I can't. You're just not a peaceful person.
I'm trying to get there.
Me too.
That was rude. I tried my fucking best. You stupid fucking bitch. Okay. What's that noise?
This is my button
Oh my god.
clacking.
Okay, stop. This is an ASMR. We're meditating.
Okay.
Karina, close your eyes. I want everybody who's listening at home,
Cannot take you seriously.
go to your happy place. If there's any kind of hate comment or criticism or critique that you've already got typed out, just
Delete it. Delete it, fat!
I won't deny the allegations are true. We've been getting canceled pretty hard, but it's a new year, new me. This is a happy place. No drama, no negativity. We're just here to laugh, have some fun, make some memories. All the regrets you have, the mistakes you've made, the people you've hurt. Leave it at the door. It's 2023. You can only be the best version of yourself today. I know most of you were like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm really just referring to myself. I won't deny it's been a really, really hard week for me. Like,
I don't know why.
if you're driving while you listen, buckle up. It's about to get psycho. Just kidding, just kidding. Just kidding.
I feel like that's offensive.
Oh my god. Everything's fucking offensive. Sorry. My voice. You guys were probably wondering.
I feel like that's really offensive.
I'm respectful. I respect this.
Your hand is really sweaty. I'm gonna let go now.
I'm nervous. Is the hate comment in the room with us? Yes. You guys are probably like, what the fuck's going on? Look, we've been going through there's a reason we took a break for a week, okay? Quite honestly, we've got some loyal watchers that we've parted ways with, and they're probably still clicking and tuning in.
Yes.
So we've just got to be a little bit more careful about what we say, because one word wrong and hashtag Hangxious is over party is trending. The first thing I wanted to say is somebody commented a really mean hate comment to me yesterday. They said, and I quote, "You looked way better without your mustache. What are you gonna shave it?" So yes, I did block them on everything.
You'd look better with the mustache.
I agree. But it's okay. Zen. Well, I know I look better
It's
with
like
it.
you without the mustache is like me with thick, bushy eyebrows. Like,
Right.
I look better with the thin eyebrows. You look better with the stash.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks because it totally interferes with my drag career, but... The next thing I did want to address is, so I've been seeing this trend all week on Twitter, and it's this fucking medication called, well, it's not technically medication, it's a supplement, but it's called ashwagandha. And the idea behind it is
What
it
is
helps.
I'm already yawning. Turn it off.
Oh my God. Ashwagandha is this supplement that helps lower your stress and anxiety, something we both could use. So I was
It's a supplement?
yes.
Like not a pill?
No, it's not a pill. It is a supplement. So I've been taking this ashwagandha thinking it's going to make my mental health better.
Oh, you've been taking it?
Yeah, for 3 days. I don't have Xanax anymore. I'm fucking sober. So I was like, I guess I should take some ashwagandha. And it doesn't fucking work, okay? I've been stressed out of my mind for the past fucking week. So I stopped taking it because it didn't work. At the end of the day, the haters are going to hate. And my therapist said it best. The only way you're going to feel better about yourself is if you feel better about yourself. Like, that's the only way. You're not going to care what people think. So you can't please everybody. Everybody's a critic. Everybody's got their own judgmentalness. And you've just got to learn to block. Go home. Like, actually. So we've had some people leaving comments on Karina's post, and they're saying trans rights. And I didn't want to address it because I don't think it's that necessary. And there's nothing wrong with being trans.
I don't think it's not necessary either.
But
I just don't want to give people the wrong idea.
Right. Like, she's cis. I thought we knew this, but apparently some people don't. Yeah. So we do want to clarify. She's an ally. She is an ally. She's on the spectrum. Okay.
Not to disappoint, I was born cis. So
yes, she is very much
I'm a cis woman.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
No shame in the game. Okay. We can't help how we're born, but
can't help it.
She is, in fact, a cisgender woman. She loves trans people, but she just doesn't happen to be one. I, on the other hand, the jury's still out. So I'll let you guys know in a year what that looks like. For now, I am a man. The next thing I had on my list was, what kind of body and blood of Christ are you? Which basically means because Jesus is bread and wine. So it was an interesting question because it's related to food. And, you know, we're foodies. So I thought maybe, I guess like what if you could pick a like, you can't pick bread because Jesus already has that one.
Yeah.
But if you could pick a food that would represent you, what would it be?
I would choose a White Castle chicken and waffle slider.
Okay. That's weirdly specific.
It's just my favorite food.
Okay. And is there a liquid of choice?
A sugar-free blue Powerade.
Okay.
Cold only, not warm. What would yours be, Sammy?
You know,
He's like pissing shit.
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at those Funyuns right now, and I feel like I could be a Funyun. But I don't know. You know, there's quite a few different options I think that I could possibly become.
I was going to say a hot dog for me, but I think a White Castle chicken and waffle cider fits me better.
Okay, so we're back. I did have a little bit of a meltdown and walked off the set, but we're back. We're better than ever. Let's just all take a deep breath. Sometimes we lose control of our emotions, you know?
Especially if you have BPD.
Big Pickle Rick disease. I took a second. I'll be honest. When I stormed off, I used some floss to kind of self-harm. like I flossed my gums because it hurt. I was like, I probably will include the part where I had a meltdown. I think that might be funny. It's giving frenemies. Let's talk about friend breakups. It's really been on my heart today. It sucks, you know? When you lose someone you love and care about, it hurts. Some more than others.
Yeah.
Some really know how to torture you while you're on the way out the door.
Some really know how to back you into a corner.
Some really know how to twist the knife in and
twist the knife while they're twisting your words.
But you know, I think it brings me to my next point. Here at the Hangxious podcast, we're all about growth.
And we also, don't forget, we never claim to be good people.
Episode 1 through 10. But today marks the beginning of a new journey. I want everybody at home
today?
Today's Thursday.
No, but what's the date? The 18th? 19th. It's the 19th.
It's the 19th of January.
2023. This is our new beginning.
New year,
new
me.
beginning will actually be on Tuesday, but I won't say why. But
New episode being posted?
my new year is actually going to start in February. That's when I'm going to celebrate. So
Karina did actually have a pretty big celebration happen today. Out with the old and with the new.
someone got evicted.
Well, they got served the notice. A little birdie told me.
And no, guys, it wasn't me. I was the one serving the notice.
Karina actually got into a verbal altercation today with some haters outside a certain somewhere.
I told them to shut the fuck up and mind their own business. No, I told them go fuck yourself and mind your own business.
The clinic.
Okay.
Well, come on, they're confused. If you were listening at home and you have to deal with hate comments, please give me some fucking advice. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna deal with
No,
this
me
shit.
either. I was gonna be like, or if you have people making fake accounts of you, but it's real funny.
It stings. If you're
Lily, we're
listening.
sorry for saying you were lesbian the last episode.
Oh yeah, we did out my little sister last week, but she did actually DM me and let me know I'm not gay anymore. So Lily chose to be straight. We'll give you guys an update next week if that changes. You know how junior high goes. I thought it was a sin to be gay when I was in 4th grade. And I'll be completely honest, I used to stay up all night and drink Mountain Dew at my grandparents' house. They lived down the street. And then I would walk home at 6 a.m.
Thank you for the visual.
I was 9. I would walk home praying to God, and I'd be crying, and I'd be like, please, I don't want to be gay. It's so sad looking back.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, I was really stressed about it. Desperate to change.
I was scared
Still
too.
am. I think this year, Karina, we gotta get you the munch.
No, I think it will happen.
Year of the munch.
No, I want to go to a lesbian bar.
Let's be honest. Is that a slur?
I want to les out.
Oh my god. God, it's like fucking Insidious. Just creepy hate
I'm
comment.
trying to les out this year.
Shut up.
I'm trying to
Can't say
les
that.
out. If I have any les viewers, come eat my pussy.
Karina's like one of those Pornhub ads.
She's trying to get her
Single.
pussy ate in Mesa, Arizona.
You know, speaking of religion, what was it like when you went to Mormon camp? Karina got sent somewhere, kind of like Paris Hilton. She got sent to a camp.
Okay, let's not minimize what those kids went through because it was not as bad, but I
mean, you were being almost forced to convert.
not to convert, but basically I was a very bad child and I was acting out for very valid reasons looking back as an adult. But my uncle, who is like a second father to me and an atheist, believe it or not, every summer I would go to Los Angeles and I would stay with my cousin Julia. Every summer. It was like my happy place, my happy time. It was the one time I got to get away from my toxic ass family that was so mean to me all the time. I got to get the fuck away from them and be happy with people who weren't mean to me. And so it was my last week in LA before I started freshman year. I went to go stay with my uncle, who is my mom's brother. So Julia is on my dad's side. So I'm very, very, very close with my dad's side. My mom's side I love, but I do have anger towards them. Not this uncle, but I do have anger towards some other relatives on that side.
It's okay. New year of growth. New year of growth.
No.
We forgive. We forgive.
No, there's certain people where I will never forgive you.
Okay.
But my uncle, who's an atheist, I was staying with him for a few days, and he took me shopping, right? And like, but he was buying me clothes, but then he was also buying me like shower stuff and like sandals and towels and stuff. And it was confusing
Beach
me,
day.
but I was just like, I mean, yeah, I guess I need that while I'm like visiting. I don't have my own stuff. And so we go home, and I'm showing his wife all my new stuff, and she leaves the room, and he closes the door and he goes, "You're going to Mormon camp tomorrow with your cousin Billy. You don't have a choice, but you're going." And I just kind of looked at him and I was like, what? Like in my head, I'm like, aren't you atheist? Like, what are you doing to me right now? And I was just like, basically like, I felt like I was backed into a corner. Like he didn't back me into a corner, but I felt like I didn't have a choice. Obviously, like it's like equivalent to those kids getting kidnapped without their parents being around. Like I didn't have my mom. They were in Colorado. I was in fucking California, and so I was just like,
Yeah. What if you would like? What would have happened? What would have happened if you said no? Would they have just? You didn't really have a choice.
No, I didn't have a choice. If I was like 17 and he tried doing that, I would have literally thrown a tantrum, and he probably never would have talked to me. But I had to wake up at like 6 a.m. the next day, and I met up with my cousin Billy, which I love my cousin Billy. So I was excited to spend.
Shout out Billy.
Yeah, she's
Billy
iconic.
shot me.
I love. No, it's not Billy shot me, dumbass. That's not my cousin.
Oh,
Billy's just my friend. Billy shot me is just my friend.
Oh.
She's like my internet friend.
Oh.
No.
Hello, Billy, Karina's cousin.
I don't think she watches, but yeah, I had to go to Mormon camp with her. We're the same age, and I didn't have a cell phone until I was in 9th grade, believe it or not. So I didn't have a phone. I just had to go with her, and then with a bunch of other like the Mormon church that she went to, she was friends with a bunch of rich Mormon girls who lived in Beverly Hills. So
Good for her.
You can only picture I didn't grow up rich, and neither did Billy though. So like, I just felt really out of place because I didn't like. At least she was friends with these people. I did not know these people, and
money means nothing.
All I remember is having to wake up at 6 a.m. to go pray in the woods. And
Karen. Did you know? Well, you grew up kind of Christian.
No, I've always been taught that I'm a Christian, but we never went to church.
You never prayed or anything?
No, I pray every night, believe it or not, but
you might not be listening, but you are praying.
Honestly, at this point, I don't consider myself a religion. I believe in God, but like, I'm not being categorized with Christian people.
She believes in God. Jury's still out if God believes in her, but we're working on it.
When I went to Mormon camp, I already had lost my virginity. I had a long-term boyfriend that I was very obsessed with. We were I was the toxic one. I will take accountability. I was the toxic one in that situation for sure. And so it was hard because I didn't get to talk to him, and I already had this like feeling that he was cheating. Like, this was 10 years ago, and it's just the same pattern. So sorry, I have a fur ball.
Okay, Puss in Boots.
I guess we can all assign each other Shrek
characters because I got called fucking Humpty Dumpty, which I do look like.
I went to Mormon camp, and I barely got to talk to my boyfriend. None of the girls there were really that nice to me, and I remember thinking like it sounds so dumb. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna cringe, but I literally was so used to growing up around Colorado Springs people just being awful children, and so I thought I could talk about like sex with them. And I got
the Mormon camp.
Yeah, so I was saying I literally have sex with my boyfriend as I'm literally barely graduated the 8th grade.
Oh my God, you almost started the Salem fucking witch trials. They were like, burn her, stone her to death, drown her in the river.
Because this girl that was at our camp with us, it's hard to explain, but there was a girl, okay, this blonde girl. she was friends with this other girl who was brunette, but the blonde girl was dating the brunette girl's older brother. And so I was like, oh, do you guys have sex? I thought it was like normal to ask, 'cause that's how it was in Colorado. She gave me the nastiest look anyone has ever given me. And she went, why would I talk about that in front of his sister? And I just was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go to the other cabin now. I'm going to leave because I'm clearly unwanted and you're a fucking cunt. It was an all-girl Mormon camp, mind you. My cousin was, I don't blame her for being annoyed with me, but she was definitely annoyed with me during that trip because I wasn't willing to like full on participate in any of their activities either because I'm not
Rudolph
Mormon.
the red-nosed reindeer.
I'm not Mormon. So I was like,
Rudolph the red-nosed
I have
reindeer.
sex, I drink, and I smoke weed. Why the fuck am I here? Like, I don't belong with these fucking people.
Hey, you guys got some Paul
And
balls.
so,
Like, what?
No,
With
this
candy?
was traumatizing. So, the very last day, there's this huge get-together, and I didn't know this, but like, everyone from their families wrote each girl this really heartfelt letter. And my uncle wrote me one, and it literally, I had to read it privately, and I started crying. Because my uncle's also the one who sent me to Mormon camp. He's the only person who's ever validated my trauma with, like, my parents. Like, no one else has at this point. So, like, reading his letter really, like, it made me sad because I wish I was his kid, like, my entire life. Like, I really was, like, given to the wrong parents, honestly. And so,
odd parents.
it literally made me sad. And then there was, like, a bunch of girls, and they were talking about their siblings being on drugs, like, all of their family trauma, and they're all just crying. And I'm just like, where the fuck am I? I want to go back to San Pedro with Julia. Like, I'm in the middle of, I was supposed to be in Los Angeles with my dad's side that I love more than anything. And I'm in the middle of the fucking woods with all of these Mormon people that don't like me. Clearly, like, I will never be like them. And so I remember we drove back and we ended up going to, like, some girls that were at the camp with us. We literally, oh, mind you, they were in the like, on the drive home, they were all playing, like, Taylor Swift and singing all together. I had headphones in with my cousin's phone. I was listening to, like, rap music, like, on her Spotify, because I was like,
I don't know about you.
They're listening
to A$AP Ferg.
No, literally, A$AP Ferg's my celebrity crush.
A$AP
He's so sexy. But,
Ferg, if you're listening.
yeah, so then we ended up going to one of the girls' houses in Beverly Hills. I've still to this day never been in a mansion like that in my entire life. Like, that really opened my eyes, and Mormon people are just really rich. Like, some people,
Some
like,
of them.
all of them lived in Beverly Hills. Like, it seemed like on the same street, and it was right next to Rodeo Drive. Like, it was really fucking crazy. And
Sometimes being in a cult has its perks, you know?
yeah, for real.
Shout out to our momos.
Which nothing, I don't, if they happen to watch this, like, it was, I mean, I'm glad, like, I'm glad I got to experience it in a way, because it was, like, something I've never done before. And
Was it eye-opening?
No, but it was.
To your evil ways.
No.
You didn't look at it like, wow, maybe I should change my life, turn it around a
Okay,
little
well,
bit.
then I had to go home to my parents. You think I'm going to change my life to my fucking crazy ass family? No.
So actually what's crazy is my experience with the Boy Scouts is pretty similar to your experience with Mormon camp. I got shipped off to camp when I was 11. When you're a gay little boy, it's a pretty cray-cray experience.
Don't you sell popcorn and you have, like, a pocket knife?
No, I don't know where you got that from.
Boy Scouts sell popcorn, don't they?
I don't know. I never had to sell popcorn. I mean, all I know is about...
What kind of shit is that? I'm pretty sure they do sell popcorn.
All I know is about...
I've seen it.
Okay, we get it.
Is that the Mandela
Foodie.
effect? Like, okay, fuck off.
What? All I know is that about 8 of the people I was at Boy Scout camp with have all come out of the closet by now.
Shut up.
So
Oh
I don't
my God,
know.
wait, I want to meet them.
I don't know what was in the camp water, so to speak. But Literally, like, half my troop is gay now.
There's like a commercial. If you were in Boy Scouts America in the early 2000s and you came out gay, filed out for compensation.
Well, there is some controversy with the Boy
I know
Scouts.
there is. Yeah.
But not, I don't know why we were gay. Nothing happened to me, okay? I was gay, and so were they. I don't know if something happened to them. I just know that we all were homosexual without knowing it. I did have a couple of experiences at Boy Scout camp that were traumatizing.
Like what?
The first thing is, I remember one day I was in the woods. Similar to you, we were in the woods. And it was this boy who was sharpening this wooden stick into a knife. And I didn't understand at the time because I was like, what's he doing? Fashioning a weapon? Like, is he gonna fucking kill us? Like, what?
Shank, like he's in jail.
Like he's gonna shiv, you know? And he looks at me and he's like, I don't believe in God.
Wait, you're lying.
No, I'm not. This happened, and I was religious, so I was like, you don't, what do you mean you don't believe? Like, what? We're 11. Like, at this point, it's like God is like a step above Santa Claus. Like, everybody believes in God at some point.
Yes.
So when he told me that, I'm like, I didn't even know that was like an option. So I was like, what the fuck do you mean he's not real? Like, of course he's real. Everyone knows God is real. What the fuck are you saying? And he's like, no, I do not believe God is real. And I was like, well, what the fuck happened? And he looks at me and he's like, if God was real, he wouldn't have done this to me. And I'm like, what?
Oh my God, stop.
I'm
That's
like,
sad.
He's like, my parents wouldn't have gotten divorced. He was like,
oh, okay. I hate people that use their parents' divorce is the reason why. I mean, we've already been over this, but like,
that wasn't
you're
the point.
so blessed that they got a divorce. Like, I literally would beg my mom crying, please leave dad when I was little. Or I'd tell my dad, please leave mom. They never listened. Until, of course, after my brother and I are both adults.
I had plenty of car ride with my mother where I was basically helping her find an attorney at the age of 6. Like, come on, I'll hire him for you. Let's get the ball rolling.
Is it real because your parents were like, it'd be better off for everyone if we weren't together? Like,
look, I'm not going to take it from him.
I am.
How he feels is how he feels.
Fuck you.
But what was the part that was concerning was that I remember after we were done talking about it.
Like, was he going to shank you?
No, I asked him, I said, okay, well, what happens if God is real? What are you going to do? Like, what happens if you end up in heaven and God's real? And he literally told me, if I died and went to heaven, I would look God right in the face and I'd say, fuck you, God. And I was like, okay, keep your voice down. He's listening. Like, holy shit.
He's going to strike you with lightning.
Right. I'm like, I didn't, not me. His words. Didn't come from me, bitch. I swear. We're all good. We're all good. Like, I know you hate me for being gay.
11?
But yes, we were 11.
Oh my God. Is he gay now?
He's not gay. Honestly, I don't know what happened to him. Like,
do you remember his first and last name?
No, I don't. But
I
really liked him. Like, we hung out a lot at camp. Like, he was one of my favorites there. Of course, I gravitated towards the troubled teen.
Yeah, literally.
So every morning we did something called the polar bear swim, which was basically we'd wake up at literally 4:30 a.m.
That's enough.
We'd head down to the swimming pool at the camp, and we'd all have to jump in and swim a lap.
I cannot believe there was a time in your life where you'd wake up that early. Sam wakes up at like 2 or 3 p.m.
I mean, you guys, Boy Scout camp for me was like literally the plot of Holes. Like, I literally felt like I got sent to juvie. Like, it was that horrible for me.
Oh my God.
And I remember, so we're doing like, it's like the 4th day of us swimming, and like to pass the time, like back in the old days, okay?
Holes.
I definitely had a little bit of like a tendency that obviously I was a bit of a bully to this one kid in particular. His name is Parker, and this is an apology to Parker.
It's because his dad was a bully to him.
Yeah, I'm not going to excuse it, but it's a safe space, so I'll tell you guys the story, okay? But just no judgment. So Parker and I, we're taking our polar bear swim, and I'll give you a second. You're rattling a fucking Powerade.
Sugar.
It's not your maraca. Calm down. So we're doing this polar bear swim, and his name is Parker. Parker really knew how to rub me the wrong way, okay? And as we know by this point in time, if you rub me the wrong way, I'm gonna fight back. Like, I
Yeah.
I can't contain it, okay?
Same.
And so Parker was like just pissing me off. I don't know what he was doing. It was just getting under my skin. And so I looked him in the eyes and I was like, have you ever tried to breathe underwater, Parker? And he
You're
was
a dick. Oh my God.
and he was like,
you're such an asshole.
it's like, he looks at me and he goes, what are you talking about? You can't breathe underwater. And I went, oh, no one told you.
That reminds me real quick of a time where my best friend and I were at a party, and this girl that she hated that we went to high school with, she was puking in the bathroom at a party. And when we walked out of the room, my friend went, don't lay on your back tonight. And we just walked out.
No. Mine wasn't a threat. I wasn't trying to get him murdered. Like, I wasn't trying to make him drown himself. I just was playing a prank.
Oh my God.
Like,
sure.
God, you just don't want to die? For what? They had alcohol poisoning? Jesus.
I didn't. She did.
Okay.
And we're not naming names because you're not going to cancel her. So.
Safe space. Back to my story. So Parker, he looks at me and he's like, what are you talking about? And I go, isn't it obvious? I mean, how do you think we've all been holding our breath? Like, we have a second pair of lungs.
Oh my God.
And he was like,
a liar.
he was like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean you have a second pair of lungs? And I was like, it's your hydra lungs. You don't have hydra lungs? I was like, it's your second pair of lungs. So that's how people can hold their breath underwater.
Oh my God.
He dunked his hand in the water and he came back up really quickly and he was like, that's not true. And I went, oh, then you must be missing them. I don't know why. Parker, if you're listening, I was lying. We don't have sets of lungs, and I'm sure you're a great guy, but I don't know. I used to get really, like, particularly annoyed with kids growing up that were so sensitive, but it's ironic because I was so sensitive, so I don't know why it would piss me off.
No, I used to get annoyed with sensitive kids too. I was super sensitive as well, but if anyone was more sensitive than me, I'd be like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
I know, like, just totally invalidating
you're
them.
so fucking annoying. Yeah.
Like, oh God, you think your life's bad.
Like the crybaby kid in class. It's like,
Yes.
oh my God.
Here they go again.
up. When are they going to go to a different class? Like, literally.
Meanwhile, it's like, I am the crybaby adult.
I always had the kid who threw tantrums in my grade in my class. Like, I swear to God, every year of elementary school.
Well, it's just ironic because, we throw temper tantrums as adults.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We'd probably get along really well with those kids now.
Yeah, no.
It just took us a while to catch up. And I remember my mom would write me letters and I would read them and she was like, are you showering there? And like, we had outdoor showers and I was like, I'll keep it real. I'm not showering here. Like, I'm not going in there.
Well, it's gross.
I was with straight guys. They were dirty. I was like, I don't need fungus from these people.
No,
So.
at Mormon Camp, the water to brush our teeth with, it was literally like white and it scared me. I'm not kidding. And then they tried saying it was minerals in the water and I was just like, can I just go back to LA? Like, this is like too much for me. I don't like being in the mountains.
Can I just get back to LA?
Yeah, I just didn't want to be out there anymore.
Today, I felt like I actually wanted to bring up that Boy Scout story because it's just like one example out of a few of some of my deepest, darkest secrets.
That was a deep secret for you?
Yeah, because I just feel like it makes me look bad because it's like, why are you trying to convince some kid he could have drowned himself? Like, why are you telling people that? And like,
yeah.
I don't really know, to be honest. I think I've spent a long time of my life not being the best person.
Yeah, you definitely have, but I'm not innocent either. I've done really shitty things.
For those of you who may or may not know, there's a special someone out there named Jonathan Shaban. You might know him as Food God. I don't know why, but
Chris has met him.
No, you're
with him.
kidding
Chris has a
me.
picture with him.
What?
Yeah, he met him when he first moved to New York.
That is unfair. I would die to be Jonathan.
Jonathan's such a dick. I would love to have him as a guest on the pod, though.
We're such a fan.
Is he still friends with Kim?
I don't know, but I think why I wrote him down in my notes is because I just kind of wanted to get your opinion. Do you think Jonathan Shaban's gay?
Yeah.
You still think that?
Mm-hmm. Is he saying he's not?
Karina.
The closet is closet. Yes.
He's been having girlfriends for like years. Like he dates girls that look like Kim
What?
Kardashian. You didn't know this? Yes, he literally has he's been seen with so many girls that look just like her.
No, I'm sorry, but Jonathan's gay.
I know. I remember watching it when I was 12 and like this
That
is
was like me with my high school best friend who was clearly gay, and he would say he wasn't gay.
with his Louis Vuitton purse.
No, like, why is he so up Kim Kardashian's ass? Like,
I to be honest,
no, he is gay.
it actually makes me uncomfortable to think he's straight. Like I'm like,
because damn well he's seen her change. He's been around
Right.
her like in very vulnerable situations. Like,
I'll just never forget seeing the episode where Chris Humphries is questioning his sexuality.
yes, I remember that too.
And I was 12, so at the
Ew, I
time,
hated Chris Humphries.
when I see Jonathan Chabon, I remember seeing that episode when I was 12 where Chris was confronting him about his sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a little kid,
He's gay.
who's gay? Spoiler alert. You take the representation you can get. So I remember seeing that episode and like even though I wasn't attracted to Jonathan,
like, it was like any type of gay person on TV.
I got excited because I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, they're gay. So I really thought like,
This
oh my God, he's
reminds
gay.
me-
And then he wasn't.
Apparently. You know who Todd Chrisley is, right?
Yeah, the felon who's going to prison.
Yeah, who also is
Gay.
straight.
Right.
Come on, girl.
You know, I had a drama teacher in high school who's married with kids, and he came out of the closet on Facebook 2 years ago, and he openly said he only married this woman because he believed he would go to hell. And he was like, but we have
That's
the best
sad.
marriage. He was like, I love her. I'm never going to leave her. And I'm thinking,
That's sad.
I can't believe you're posting this on your Facebook wall. Like, it would make sense.
Shut up.
No, I mean,
you haven't posted shit.
It would make more sense to come out and then also follow that up with like, but I'm divorcing her. But to be like, no, I'm gay and I'm staying married to her. I'm like,
What?
yeah, his whole post, he was saying, I'm not leaving her. Like, we have a great situation and I am just letting people know, yeah, I am gay, but I'm also not going to divorce her. And I was like,
Oh my God. I want to be married to a gay man. I'm just kidding. I'm going to get canceled for saying that.
well, I mean, it is kind of your destiny at this point.
I know. I just don't get along with straight men, to be honest.
That's why we go to the gay bars. Karina's looking for a soulmate. All she
Okay.
needs is just one lucky chance with a bisexual man who's a little bit flamboyant.
Who also keeps his dick in his pants, won't cheat on me.
Which brings me to my next point. We had to take a little bit of a break because Karina was crying.
Okay, shut up.
And I would have loved for her to do it on the episode, but you guys ruined it for everyone. The two fucking people in the back of the class that keep fucking hating on her. So now we can't do it.
Yeah, sorry.
She's afraid she'll be turned into a meme. Like they're gonna make gifs of you crying.
No, because there was literally another fake account being just... I wasn't even engaging with it because it's like... It's just stupid. Like, it's just, I feel like every fake account of me just has the same, like, 3 things to say. And it's like, yeah, I've been hearing that for the past 4 years. Like, do you guys have anything else? Can you come up with anything else?
Yeah, I mean, calling me Humpty Dumpty was pretty creative. Like, I'll give you that. But it honestly didn't hurt my feelings because...
Yes, it did.
I mean, like, I definitely Googled it after. I was like, do I look like this? Like, I'm wondering. But, like, whatever. Like, you... Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Like, it's just the same fucking... Sorry, I thought I literally just poured this on you. It's just the same, literally 3 fucking things that's, like, people have said to me. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, can you come up with something else? Like,
Yeah.
I'm fat and got cheated on. What's new?
Yeah, like...
Tell me something I don't know.
Ow, 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 my foot's asleep. Oh my God. I hate when my foot falls asleep. It, like, literally is the worst feeling.
Karina's toes may break her bones, but words will never hurt her.
But it's funny because I feel like the only reason why people bring up my body is because I've been so public and open and vulnerable about talking about having an eating disorder. What's an ugly trend for, like, what's like a trend that you're seeing gay men do that's like ugly to you?
I mean, it's not just exclusive to gay men, but I mean,
Okay.
I'm just not a big fan of Chelsea boots.
What? I've never heard you voice that opinion ever.
I don't know. I just I feel like
Are those the brown boots?
they're like the heeled
fall
boots.
girl
I think I
boots?
saw Landon Barker wearing them, and I was like,
Ew.
ugh. Like, is it skinny or is it fashion? Because I feel like if I put on Chelsea boots, people would make fun of me. So they'd be like, "Oh, the short guy needs a little help, so he has to put fucking shoes on."
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chelsea boots are definitely on my list of things that I'm like.
Wait, I need to Google them so I know exactly what you're talking about. Are those like the fall girl boots?
Yes, I mean, no, like they're definitely different, and I think it's more for a guy than a girl.
Oh, I was thinking of like the
Wait.
autumn.
Oh, I don't hate Chelsea boots.
Wait, what are Chelsea
I think
boots?
I might own some Chelsea boots.
Wait, where did Landon post it?
On his TikTok, and like I think someone commented, "Oh, he's wearing high heels," and he was like, "They're Chelsea boots." Me giving him that voice.
That's your Landon Barker voice?
Yes, I think it was this one.
Liked it. Ew. He kind of looks like this guy I cheated on Noah with.
Oh, there it is.
I literally hate those boots too.
I know.
Like the ankle.
Yes.
Those are fucking ugly. Yeah, I agree.
Do you have any articles of clothing that you've seen gay guys wear?
No, I just thought you would.
Okay.
I thought you would relate more if I said like a gay, because I didn't know if you paid attention. I hate gladiator sandals.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's an unpopular opinion. I think the society has come full circle and doesn't
I
like
hate
those.
the Steve Madden sandals that have like the strap right here and then the strap, and it's just like a flat sandal.
To be honest, you're gonna have to show me a picture.
Chelsea boots.
Honestly, if I do step out in some Chelsea boots, please don't come for me. And to be honest, I'm sure there's a lot of people at home that wear Chelsea boots, and I'm sure they look great on you.
No, I hate these sandals. They're so fucking ugly.
That is so something my mom would put on.
Leave
her alone.
Those. I hate
This is
those.
a Kohl's core.
I hate those. I hate them. Wear like the slinky shoes if you wanna. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
you can go through my camera roll.
You know what used to piss me off? My mom, growing up, like, she would force me to go to Kohl's to buy clothes. And
So
it was
would my
just like,
grandma.
can you leave me alone? Like, I used to get made fun of really bad because I was so body dysmorphic in 8th grade. This is sad. I'll turn the music back up.
Okay.
Oh, it's very ethereal. I was so body dysmorphic from such a young age. I used to wear these super like XXL t-shirts, and for reference, I was probably a size medium, but I was like
No, that's literally, I like wearing XXL t-shirts too.
right, but I was doing that just for school every single day, and I'd put on basketball shorts.
If I was in school right now, it's probably what I would wear.
I got made fun of in 9th grade actually because I was wearing these Jordans, and they were my dad's, and like I didn't give a fuck about Jordans, but I was like, oh, like this is cool, like people are gonna think I'm like stylish, so I put them on. I go to school, and like all the straight guys in my biology class were they were like they were all like, oh, look at him with his shit. I was
so
like,
mean.
Stop. And then I was like, I can't wear these anymore. Big fucking clocks. Like, they all know I'm a fraud.
Were they big on you?
Yes, they were big on me. Everything was big on me because I was wearing twice the size of every type of clothing. I was so scared to wear anything skin tight.
Yeah, Sam like still doesn't really wear skin tight stuff, and then he'll come over in his work like outfit, and I'm like, why do you not wear more fitting clothes for you? Like, you look really good.
It's actually something you actually
have to like have to unlearn, I guess.
Well, actually, no, there's something I read before that said people in recovery, they do tell you, like, if tight clothes trigger you, just wear something bigger. So I just tend to gravitate more towards flowy things because
Me too.
I used to be really bad about picking my shirts. like the second a shirt would be on my skin, I would have to pick it because I'm like, oh my God, like people are going to see my rolls if it's sticking to me, which is sad because looking back, it wasn't even like I fucking had rolls in the first place. I was just so convinced, you know?
If you're like literally in your 20s and you're wearing a shirt with Rugrats on it, why? You should burn that. Like, please. No, you know what I'm talking about.
know.
Those collabs are fucking ugly.
I could definitely see the resentment towards the Hot Cheeto collab. That one was really cringe.
And we all know someone who fucking owned something from it too.
Deep breaths. We're gonna get through this together. The Gerblin Empire. Karina, what are your thoughts on Gerblin?
I still don't understand. What is that? Like, is that
What is that?
No, like, is that like a real thing? Is it made up? Like, what?
Do you think Gerblins are a real people? It's a
What
joke.
does Gerblin mean?
I don't know. I don't know. But all I know
Why
is
do they talk like that?
because it's like apparently it's like a Steven Universe type of thing. Like this community, they're really into.
I've never watched Steven Universe.
I have not either.
I'm
And
too old.
I am obsessed with the Gerblin person though. The Gerblin person makes me laugh.
I'm honestly gonna block them. I don't know their pronouns, but I'm fucking blocking them once I'm
For the
done
glory of the
filming.
Gerblin Empire. Aggressive numb.
No, I hate it. I hate it. I hate the idea of it.
Stop saying it. Like, what do you mean, the concept?
Yeah, I hate the concept. I hate it.
Well, I'll be honest. The people in high school
They're
that
probably happy though. I mean, I guess I'm jealous of being happy, but
I think the problem with the Gerblin people is
that those people in high school were rude if you tried being nice to them.
they were
Like
mean.
the wolf pack kids that would wear the wolf tails or the fox tails. Anytime I tried being genuinely nice to them, which also they might just be really defensive just because like everyone was so mean to them.
Right.
They would be so rude and like literally treat you like you are the dumbest person on earth for like being treating them like a person.
Right. I remember being in German class.
And I'm assuming that's the people that are in that community now. And
like, to be honest, maybe the reason why Gerblin triggers you is because you have some Gerblin PTSD. Like you're projecting a lot of.
The Gerblins were fucking mean to me in high school.
I mean, I remember when I took German in high school. So when I was in 8th grade,
I'm sure there was a lot of them in German class. I feel like anyone who took German class was really weird.
I know.
And smelled like cigarettes.
They smelled like cigarettes. They always came to school with a Monster Energy drink in their hand.
Yes, and they were literally so rude.
They were feisty. I literally, when I took German, because at that point in my life, I wasn't like, oh, I want to take something aesthetic. Like if I really wanted to be aesthetic and Tumblr, I would have taken French.
Exactly. Julia took French.
But I took fucking German, and I didn't realize it was going to be with the Gerblin Empire.
I took Spanish. I was just
I should have just done fucking Spanish, but I took German not knowing, and that was the class my 9th grade year that I looked forward to the least because the people in there were so fucking rude.
I remember I had 8th grade English with like a weird girl like that too, and I remember one time I was like, hi, like I was being nice to her because I sat next to her and she literally put her pencil down and went, and I was like, I'm never fucking talking to you again, bitch. Like,
right. It's kind of like, you did it to yourself. Like,
I was just being nice to you and you're going to be a cunt.
Right. Yeah, no, they
were rude.
They were
rude
mean.
And they would run to class and they would always be really hardcore hugging like this.
Yes.
Like with their partners. They'd be like this, like with their hands in each other's pockets, like just this, not talking. They'd just be like, shh.
They had so much PDA.
Roaring. Each other growling in each other's ears.
No, it used to literally, I'd be like,
I'd
oh my
see
God,
it
they
and be
having
like-
sex? What the fuck's happening? Is this allowed?
No, have you seen that video of in the Starbucks of the guy filming and he's got like what's going on and the girl's like
Yes,
this, whatever,
yes.
and she goes, stop.
Yes, that was how they were.
They were, they put it on themselves.
Yeah,
So.
no, for real. Like, I tried to reach out. I have cousins who are like that. So, like, and
I don't, thank God.
they were, I mean, my cousins are fine, but like,
I'm not related to anyone like that.
I don't know. I come from a pretty
You come from like a
interesting
white trash
bloodline.
family. I mean,
Yeah, a little bit. As if
It's
I could
okay.
control it.
It's okay. My
you,
parents have the white. They are the reason why there's a little speck of white trash in our family.
Their descriptions are highly wordy and whimsical as they give directions like wash your gerblin hands and prepare the firebox. They call butter sticks rectangular prisms and eggs chimkin balloons. They finish the video by saying, for the glory of the Gerblin Empire.
Ew.
Quit hating on Gerblin. I love Gerblin. I'm going to change my username to Merpy the Gerblin. Merpy the Gerblin.
And then change it to like a gremlin. You know who'd be a gremlin?
A Gerblin? Gerblin. Who? Shut up.
Anytime about say something problematic.
We're changing. We're growing. Enough.
You know who though, right?
Shut up.
The Gerblin? Is that how you say it?
Yes, the Gerblin.
The gerbils. They remind me of Wolfpack on TikTok. Have you seen that side of TikTok?
No, I can already imagine.
You guys, please look up. It's either like Wolfpack or Tiger Pack.
I am obsessed with Gerblin. Gerblin, we need you on the pod, okay? I would love to discuss all things Gerblin related.
I'll be calling out sick that day.
Okay, you guys, so this concludes the 10th official episode of the Hangxious podcast. If you guys were a fan of today's meditative guided practice, stay subscribed to us on our YouTube channel, Merpy, or subscribe to our weekly podcasts on Spotify and Apple Music, where we upload every Tuesday-ish, barely. Half the time it's on Thursday. We're working on it, okay? We haven't started our new year yet, so our resolutions will come within the next week.
Okay.
Sorry.
Stop.
Sorry. For the glory be to the Gerblin Empire. May you go forth, eating your zesty sour boys and your butter sticks. For the Gerblin knows all, and the Gerblin knows none. But what the Gerblin seeks, the Gerblin destroys. The Gerblin people shall rise again, but only when the Gerblin's tale unfolds, the potential of who we truly are emerges. In the new year we are one with the Gerblin. And with that being said, good night.
That's Merpy and I'm Karina and we are signing off.
For the glory of the Gerblin Empire, see you next Tuesday!
Okay.
Anyway.